Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and I am finally filming with the Lick and Lash Playful palette. So this is what the sleeve looks like, and then on the back it has the ingredients. Now when Lick and Lash is the brand, the Playful palette is the name of the palette, but when it was sent to me, like when I got it in the mail, it was in just a tiny little like non-padded envelope. I don't know how it made it here safely. I have to be honest, because it is crazy that not a single one of the eyeshadows broke, but it comes from the UK. The inner packaging looks exactly like the sleeve, and it is cruelty free, so that's awesome. This is the palette right here. Absolutely gorgeous. I want to kind of do a look inspired by. Now when I say inspired by, I mean loosely based off of a look that I saw Mmmmitchell do on Jeffree Star. He did it with the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, obviously, but he did it on their makeup tour in Scotland, and I just love the color combination. So we're gonna try it, but no promises. So I am nowhere near as talented as Mmmmitchell, and yeah, so but I just love the color scheme because he used purple, he used blue, he used orange, he used pink, and he used like a lighter purple. So that's what I want to do today, and we'll see how this goes. I have not actually used this palette. Have I used this palette? No, I have not. I have swatched this palette, but I have not used the palette actually on my eyes. So I am excited to play with it. It looks beautiful. I put it in my, I think I had it in my 20 brands, or 20 products by 20 brands in under 20 minutes, because I felt like I haven't really seen a lot of people do looks with it. And I do think that it's a, you know, other than on their Instagram and from what I've seen, from what I've swatched, it seems like an amazing palette. Maybe I did do one look with it off camera. I might have, because I don't think I could have a palette for this long and not have used it by now. So I'm just priming with my MAC paint stick as usual. And then the first shade I want to go into is called Orchid, which is it Orchid? Maybe I want to go into Hot Fuss. Okay, so I'm going to go into Hot Fuss, and then I'm going to go into Orchid first. And again, this is very loosely based off of that look. I will try to insert the look now to see, or not to see, so you can see what it kind of looks like. Now that you've seen the look, that is what I'm loosely basing, again, loosely basing this look off of. But I had no idea at first what I wanted to do with this palette, and when I saw his post, I followed both of them on Instagram. When I saw both of their posts, I was like, oh, that I could definitely do with the Lick and Lash palette. And this Lick and Lash palette will be in my Battle of the Blues series, because half the palette looks like the blue palettes that I own. So I am excited for that. And I just ordered the Divina Cosmetics Exploders, which is their Willy Wonka collection. And I also ordered the Galaxy Dust eyeshadows. I'm so excited. But when I went to the Morphe store with my friend Nancy, who is also one of my subscribers, she was wearing them, and the second I saw her, like, I feel like almost before I said hi to her, I was like, oh my gosh, what do you have on your eyes? Like, I could not take my eyes off of her eyes because her makeup was stunning. And then I saw Amy Loves Makeup do a review and swatch and all that, and a look with some of each of them, and I was like, I'm done. I need them in my life. So now I'm going into Orchid, which I'm glad I decided to do Orchid after, because it's definitely darker than Hot Fuss. It's literally Hot Fuss, not Hot Fuzz, which is strange, but okay. So I had to order them. The exploders are like duochromes, and the like pastel duochromes, and the Galaxy Dust shadows are, what is the word? They're like they're like, I'm going into Tangtastic, which is an orange. They're multi-chromes. That's the word I'm looking for. So Tangtastic is like an orange, because now Mmmmitchell definitely took up this look higher. I mean, I know you're going higher than you. Yes, because he did not give Jeffree Star brows in his look, so therefore the eyeshadow went all the way up through his brows. I'm not going to do that because I have brows. I don't know. So, but I am going to take it up pretty high because I've got the space. As my friend Debbie from Vinyl Beauty said in her video I watched yesterday, I've got the space, might as well use it. And I agree with her. I don't mind taking eyeshadow up to the brow bone because, I don't know, then when I have my eyes open, I feel like it actually shows. And I am putting more orange, I think, than he did, and I'm also not putting it like over here, but that's why I said loosely based. And then I'm going back into Hot Fuss, and actually I'm going to take some of Barbie because it's a little bit of a brighter pink, and I want that closest to the orange. You have to be really careful when you have purple this close to orange because it could turn into a hot mess real quick. If you guys haven't seen Betty Jean's video, Buping, with the Mini Breaker palette, go watch that. I'm gonna try to link it up here. Literally, that has got to be one of the most beautiful looks I've ever seen, and she made me wish that it was Halloween like right now. So now I'm going back into Orchid, the purple shade, because she did a purple and orange look, and she's like me where purple is one of the shades that reminds her of Halloween. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful look I've ever seen. So definitely go check that out. Alright, so now I'm gonna take, maybe I'm gonna take, if I can find it. Where on earth? How do I lose stuff from like 1 second to another? Do you guys do that, or is it just me? Alright. Well, I don't know what I've done with my ColourPop concealer. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped the palette. That is my favorite concealer. I am having an issue. That is my favorite concealer to cut the crease with. I'm gonna try to cut the crease with the Jeffree Star concealer. I feel like I've done this once before and it was not my favorite concealer to cut the crease with, but I'm gonna try it again because as I'm holding Shape Tape, let's try this again. Here we go. So I'm gonna use the Magic Star concealer, and I'm gonna try to use that to cut the crease. I don't often use this as concealer. I mean, I do sometimes, but it's definitely not my favorite concealer, like as concealer. I feel that way about a lot of concealers. I feel like the only concealers so far that I've found that I love as actual concealer is the Shape Tape, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and the Too Faced one, the Born This Way one. I'm just doing a half cut crease. And then I'm just going to kind of tap with my finger. I don't want to move the product around too much, but I want to tap it. I don't know why, but something as simple as this tapping motion really helps. And I don't know why I didn't think to ever do that myself until I saw Raw Beauty Christie do it in a video on how to cut the crease. And then I saw Rocio maybe do it, and I was like, why don't I do that? And I don't know why it helps so much, but it does. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into my palette, and I'm going to take the shade Mystic, which is a beautiful royal purple. I'm just going to grab this random Morphe brush. Did anyone see, I normally don't talk about this stuff on my channel ever, but did anybody notice that Jaclyn Hill deleted like all of her social medias? I actually think that's sad. I mean, I don't agree with anything in terms of the lipstick. Like, I think it's awful. I think it's sad that that happened with her lipsticks. It almost smells like sabotage to me, but because it's just crazy to me that the quality control could be that bad. So I get that, and I get that she didn't handle it the best way. I understand all of that, but I just don't think that there's ever a reason for bullying. And I do believe that she was bullied. Not that she didn't do some bullying of her own, because I think she did that as well. But, I don't know. I just want everyone to love each other. And I know that that's not necessarily possible, but it just makes me sad. Now I'm going to go into Summer Sky, which is this beautiful blue. And I'm going to bring that next to that purple. Why am I using such a big blending brush for the lid? I have no idea. But it seems to be working, so I'm just gonna stick with it. Okay. Lately, my Wi-Fi here has been awful. Like, horrendous. My best friend, my best guy friend, lives in Canada, and we talk on video chat every day, and we keep getting disconnected because of how bad the Wi-Fi is. I don't understand. It's probably because we've had some really bad thunderstorms. Now I'm just going into the purple again, and I'm kind of feathering that over. This look might turn out completely different than the one I was going for, but I still really like it. Okay, now I'm going to take that smaller brush from Juvia's Place and try not to drop 10,000 things. And I'm going to go back into the shade Barbie. And kind of... Oh, I should be using a much smaller brush for this, but... using such big brushes today. Normally I love using tiny brushes, but I actually think I like this result a little bit better. Okay, and then I might re-intensify the orange a little bit as well. I think that these are pressed pigments. And I find with pressed pigments that packing them on and then kind of re-intensifying them works a lot better than trying to blend the crap out of them. I think that's one of the reasons why I love the Neon Dreams palette when some other, like, I know a lot of people that don't love that palette, but I like it, and I think it's because I don't know, I just love pressed pigments. And they are more difficult to work with, but they're just fun. I think I said in one video one of my favorite palettes is the Urban Decay Electric palette. And that was actually my first high-end palette. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the lightest blue in the palette, which is Powder, which is this palette, this shade right here. I do wish that this palette had some more shimmers, because you only have a few shimmers that are options, and just putting a little bit more concealer. The only shimmers that you have are like an olive green, a bronzy shade, and is the blue a shimmer? I don't think so. Oh, there is a blue shimmer. It's called Lagoon. Is that a shimmer? Sort of. It's more like a satin. But the shade I'm going to use is called Powder, which is the lighter one. Sophie, I don't know what's going on with you. She's sitting over there in her little unicorn dress looking at me. And I don't know what she's upset about. This Jeffree Star concealer this time around actually worked pretty well for cutting the crease. I don't know what I did differently. I think, actually, yes I do. Last time I used it for cutting the crease, I believe I used it with a brush instead of just putting it on with the doe foot. That's pretty. And I know that it looks crazy because of all the fallout, but you guys know I create fallout. Again, I'm using the biggest flat shader brush I own. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into the blue because I don't want to lose that. And re-intensify where they meet. Okay, so now I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to remove the fallout, do my base, and I'll... Okay, so I was just sitting here talking, putting on my mascara, thinking it was recording, and then realized that it was not. I've started putting on my top mascara as soon as I'm done with my top half of my eye, and I feel like doing that allows it to dry enough that when I go to put on my setting spray, it doesn't affect like the mascara like coming down onto the lower lash line. So I'm just using my Revlon mascara, and now I'm going to use my Lash Princess mascara, and I will try to remember to link all of the products below that I used. My friend Dee Dee made sure that I was getting better at that, so thank you, Dee Dee. Speaking of which, Dee Dee, are you okay? I haven't seen Dee Dee in a hot minute, so I hope she's doing alright. Okay, I love the combination of those two mascaras together. Alright, so now I think this actually looks really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the Lick and Lash palette again, and I'm going to take that Tangtastic shade one more time, the orange one, and I'm going to put that up at the top one more time now that my brows are shaped and everything. Oh my gosh, okay, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. So, in my video from today, the video that went up today, which would have been the or the video that's going up today. Yes, the My Section of the Rainbow video with Nona and Angie. In that video, I mentioned that I had done a yellow look, monochromatic look for Pride last year. And I was going to link it, and then I ran out of cards, so I wasn't able to link it. But if you can find that video, shook. Like, I went back and looked at my makeup in that video, and the makeup, fine. But I started at that point in time, I would always start my videos with my brows already done. My brows were so bad. They were literally just like, and like caterpillars. Like, no one told me. No one said a thing. I'm now going in with the purple, which, I mean, I know that that's nice that no one said anything, but my goodness, I was just like, I mean, and it looked better once the makeup was put on, I guess. But they didn't have as much shape to them as they do now. That is for sure. And they were just way more rounded. I don't know how to explain it, but if you have a minute, you should check that out. Or any video from that time frame, because I did my brows the same every single video. And I always started out my video with the brows. Now I know I look crazy when now doing the blue. I know I look crazy when I start out my videos with no brows and then I put that white stuff all over my eyelids, but it still looks better, in my opinion, than what it used to. I'm just wrapping around that like aqua shade to the lower lash line. Okay, perfect. Alright, now I want to take a little bit of the Pixie by Petra crystalline fairy lights and just put the tiniest amount across the blue. I guess I'm going to create my own shimmer since this palette has very few shimmers. I do love this palette though, I will say that. Like, I think it has a great selection of colors. I didn't need this palette by any means, but I do think the quality is there so far from what I've used. And I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades. So not bad, I guess. I could have also used Freedom. That would have been pretty, but okay. So let me just put on a little bit more mascara because I got some orange Tangtastic eyeshadow in my lashes. Ooh, and then I just got it in my hair. Speaking of my hair, I changed my hair color. I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I just realized I didn't say anything about it. And what have I done with my eyeliner that I want to use? I feel like I would lose my head if it wasn't attached, and I feel like I say that all the time too, but it's the truth. There it is. I love this liner. This is the Fresh liner from, it's the Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Fresh from LA Girl. Now I will say, and I've said this before, I bought all of them, and I personally think that this shade is the only one. Well, okay, I can't say that because I've only used the blue, the purple, and the blue and the purple, and then this one. the blue is like more of like a what's on my lid kind of blue. And I feel as though this one is the best out of the 3 that I've tried so far. And I still have to try the yellow and the neon green. And I think there's an orange. I'm not sure, I don't remember. But so far the other ones that I've tried, they're just not as bright. And they just don't make a difference in the waterline for me. So, not a huge fan of that. But the fresh one that I just tried in a video, I don't remember what video it was. You guys probably haven't seen it because I've been pre-filming. But in that video, I like talked about how much I love it. What am I doing? Highlighter. So I'm going to take I've been loving this. Debbie Knockblow sent this to me. I'll try to link her up above. This is the Facial Prime and Setting Mist Hydrating Green Tea and Fresh Rose Water by Giovanni. I don't know where she found this. Debbie, if you're watching, please tell me where you found this, because is this what you got in your FabFitFun? I feel like, I don't know. But regardless, I love it. I love anything rose water. And I don't really smell the green tea, but I do smell the rose water. So the highlighter I'm using today is called Coffees and Cream. It is from e.l.f. and it is the collaboration that they did with Heart Defensor. Heart Defensor is a YouTuber, and I just mix the 2 shades together and create my own custom shade. Sophie, I'm coming. And so I really love it. I bought a backup of it when it came out, or when I first saw it. I don't know. I'm debating. I have a friend that I'm sending some stuff to, and I'm debating whether or not I want to just pass it along, because I just don't feel like I need a backup of everything. So we'll see. But okay, so I'm gonna take this You Can Be liquid lipstick. Am I gonna take this? Hold on. No, I'm not gonna take that. That one's a little bit too dark. I'm gonna take the lighter one. Yeah, much better. I'm gonna take the lighter one. Much better for this look. The other one would be beautiful for a different look, but I was sent these by Cat Blue. Anytime I mention someone in my videos, I will try to link them below or in a card. I don't know which one it'll be. YouTube. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this. Some people I feel like don't. But I didn't for the longest time. But there's a little I, as in the letter I, that pops up, or if you click up here, you'll see it. And it has videos that I can suggest to you, or people that I can suggest to you, and that's called the cards. And YouTube only allows you to use 5 cards per video, so sometimes I run out of cards, and if that happens, then I don't really want to favor people, so then I put everyone in the description box. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, now I'm going to take some of my Kylie spray, which I feel like the palette and the spray have a very similar color story, or exact. Nope, that one's gold, this one's silver. I'm just going to spray that a little bit. My hair is not doing what I want it to today. This is actually my first morning waking up with this hair color, and I just kind of let it air dry after I got out of the shower. My hair is like not straight fully, it's like wavy. So anyhow, so this is my finished look with the Playful palette from Lick and Lash. I definitely love this palette. I would like to do more looks with it. It will be in my Battle of the Blues, because if you take this side and you cover it up, it kind of reminds me of the Certified palette, and actually then this side reminds me of the other Certified palette, minus a few shades here and there. But the only thing that I wish, again, is that I had more shimmers, because this is a shimmer, this is a shimmer, and this is a shimmer, and I think and then this is a shimmer. So basically, other than a bronze and some greens, you don't have any options as far as shimmers go. Oh no, I lied. There's this one is, but this one is more like a satin, not a shimmer. Oh, and I have hair color under my nails. So yeah, no, that's more of a satin. Pretty color, but I do wish it had some lighter shimmers because I don't always like to do a matte look, but I do think that this turned out well, and I think the fairy lights, you know, it's easy to just throw on a Stila glitter and glow, or a fairy light, or a Milani hypnotic light, or something like that, in order to, you know, transform the look to having some shimmer. So let me know what you guys thought down below. Do you want to see more looks with this palette? Let me know. I want to do what you guys want to see. So I love you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.